Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Frieren, Beyond Journeys. And that's right, it's a television program that came out like a year ago. But you all went, watch it, please. For the love of God, watch Frieren. And so we are acquiescing to your desires. And
You're
this
welcome.
is episodes 4 and 5 of season 1.
I'm excited. This show's been really lovely.
I loved the demon slaying in the last video we did. Where she was like, haha, your power was impressive, but now it's not because we have science.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Beaten by progress, which is
the
what
inevitability
eventually happens to us all.
Humanity. Yeah, that was
Well, that's
fun.
not depressing. Let's watch Frieren. If you want the full reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. That's the thing. If you don't, stay here because you're already here. This video is about to Frieren. I usually say begin, and don't worry about it. That elf that's sitting on the chair in a very gay style.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that Frieren's immortal lover? Because she just has, like, queer chair energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bisexual gremlin sitting
Yeah.
in the chair. Yeah.
It has always been difficult for ships to navigate, so all sorts of things wash up on our shore.
Damn. Sail somewhere else.
Yes, I know.
Would you be willing to accept this as payment?
I'm not gonna lie. Frieren is the exact vibe I wanted from Galadriel in Rings of Power.
Fair.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
This is yet another poor imitation.
Then why did you accept the job?
Because that man clearly needed our help.
Oh, this is why you're poor.
I'm doing this for me.
Himmel and I held hands on this beach.
I don't know. What if you just have a spell that turns wood into water? Easy peasy.
That's a really good point.
It's winter already?
That's me every time.
And this place is a mess. I tidied it up only yesterday.
It's the middle of winter. Why? Okay.
Wow.
Is she
She's almost as incapable as I
got
am
like
in the morning.
mana sickness or something?
No. She's just not a before noon kind of girly, you know?
I don't know. I think she might be sick.
Chilly.
Yeah, no, I think she's
Yeah.
sick.
I wonder if you might actually be a rather irresponsible sort of person. And get you dressed and feed you. You do know that I am not your mother, don't you?
Wow.
But you wouldn't be on your feet till noon.
Fair.
See, she's not a before noon kind of girly. I get it.
I'm very productive at midnight, okay?
And you never got in trouble for it?
From who?
Only once. They must have been uniquely patient people.
Ferd
they
is
just
so
probably-
passive aggressive.
I know.
They must have been uniquely patient people.
Oh my, he gave you the tongue click of rage.
The tongue click of rage.
The tongue click of rage.
How's the big cleanup coming along?
Oh,
I would
she's
say
not
that
sick.
We're about
She's just
2/3 of the way there.
really not a morning person.
I sincerely hope you'll be able to join us in watching the sunrise this time, a sight to behold.
Sunrise? Oh, man, that's...
You mean you've never gotten to see it before?
You think that I could wake up that early?
That was the one time she got in trouble, right?
She stayed up all night until sunrise.
Sick!
Damn. Honestly, they should have just given the wood to the villagers so they had firewood for years.
Yeah.
Just dry it out.
Honestly, though, it's probably so soggy. I don't know how long it would take to dry out.
Tomorrow, you'll be joining us for the festival, right?
Right.
She's gonna pull an all-nighter.
There's no way you'll be able to wake up in time. It would be impossible.
Not if I simply don't sleep. That's the reason I'd like to see it.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Oh, great.
You didn't come to the New Year's festival with us.
Yeah, there it is.
What a sensitive soul.
The only thing he's sensitive to are the effects of his drink.
You would have loved it,
Why's that?
because you're just that kind of person.
No.
For me, Fern. Thank you.
It's you and me.
No, if I have to be up,
No, I know.
I can get up. This is...
I just mean that when we do get up, I'm up.
Oh, and I'm like...
And you need me to, like, walk you down the
Yeah.
street.
I need to go back to...
Look at it, mistress. It's so beautiful.
She got there.
I wouldn't have been able to
That
see
is
this
beautiful.
sunrise if I'd been on my own.
Absolutely not. You'd still be snuggled up in bed.
You're like 3,000 years old, but you can't wake up.
A heavenly realm where souls can live in luxury. It's a nice thought.
Let's pray.
Let's.
Oh, shit.
You act as if it hasn't been 30 years.
So, not very long at all, then.
I never thought you would take on an apprentice.
An apprentice.
So you've been here before?
Long ago.
Long ago, she says. How long must that be?
Well, 30 is not that
Probably in
long.
prehistoric times.
Not even I
Yeah.
have lived that long.
I'm gonna go like 3,000.
His research was in-depth, quite driven for a corrupt priest. Let's begin.
They really love to mention how corrupt he is.
The most corrupt.
Yeah.
Let's search as efficiently as possible.
You've changed.
You've changed.
You're daring.
There's something about the woods. Frieren is that, like, D&D character. Whoa, he still got it. Frieren is that D&D character that someone creates to be like, well, I'm really old, so I could probably have been here before. Can I roll a history check? Oh, I'm for that. Can I roll a history check? Yeah, no, I'm proficient in history. Can I roll a history check?
No, you've never been here.
Have I heard that name before? Can I roll?
According to legend, Flama's notes discuss her conversations with the dead and how she achieved those meetings.
We're getting a speak with dead spell?
Ah.
It was evident that you had regrets. We wanted to help you through them.
Just a casual 30-year mission to help a friend out.
Yeah, as you do.
Damn, that is a vagina.
It'll still be protecting this place.
Probably so, but you'll be dead by then.
Well, sure, but you won't be.
It's you. Clarus, you're in the show.
Just any redhead.
We'll be here to help.
That was
Oh,
cool.
damn.
Are you telling me that Frieren used to be your student? And we're positive that she doesn't predate history?
It was already open to that very page. So she knew 1,000 years ago that I would come back here someday.
1,000 years.
I now know it as Aureole, the land where souls rest. It was the discovery of a lifetime, and will hopefully propel the research on souls forward.
That's cool as shit.
But that's where...
That's correct. It is now home to the Demon King's castle.
Huh?
Though I hate to think I'll be passing through the tundra around the Demon King's castle.
Didn't you kill him?
I think there's probably a new Demon King, while the other one was like...
I'm the new Demon King. Demon King 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I don't want to freeze out there.
Sleep whining.
Sleep whining?
I have no idea.
It feels a little too quiet. I think she's napped for long enough.
I think what throws me off about Heisen's design just a little bit is it looks like his beard comes like
from
either
his
out of
eyes.
his nose.
Yeah.
Like it's like coming out of his nostrils in some way.
It's like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious what goes through her mind. She's a mystery.
Fucking out.
No matter how much I teach them, they'll surely die.
How cheery.
Great.
Wow.
It sounds like somebody wants an excuse to drink more.
Was the veil so thin?
Yes.
That elf is a great teacher.
But a terrible person.
No. She's just the most awkward person ever.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know if I would go either.
10 years?
I don't like the wind.
That we will. Another brief 10-year adventure.
Just casual.
Just casual. Because Fern's human, right?
Yeah. Sure is.
I would love if the beginning of the next episode they were there and Fern was like 35.
Could you imagine?
Just complaining about one of her knees all the time.
I definitely didn't think that this show was going to take, was going to go on, like, a prolonged journey. I thought it would be more episodic. But this feels like it's like, no, we have, like, a full...
I don't know. The way that this show passes time, the next episode could be 10 years later.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea where they're going. It's just such a vibe.
Yeah.
I love Frieren so much.
Yeah.
And the voice actress is doing such interesting work with her. It's so chill.
Yeah. No, honestly, I love it. It might be some of my, like, favorite voiceover work in anime stuff that I've seen. Because it feels so different. Like...
Unique.
I am going to generalize a little bit here.
Yeah.
But they're... Like, I feel like a lot of anime, the speaking is, like, heightened. And it's
But
quick.
Mom... What am I gonna do if I can't get my shoes down to the store in time? The team will definitely lose. Well, son, you've got to make sure that you have all your Pokemon packed.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, very chill, very casual. This just is like, it's just this like nice breath of fresh air. And I say I'm generalizing because I know I have seen a handful of anime.
Yeah.
Right. But that like there's like always this sense of urgency in the stuff that I have seen, and this is not that at all.
Yeah.
She's so chill and level in a way that I think makes it says volumes about this character in a way that I love.
But it also to me means that when it breaks and she does, because eventually there's going to be some level of danger in the show, right?
Yeah.
And when that happens,
she won't be able to be like Demon King.
Yeah. When she breaks and has to heighten a little bit, I think it's going to hit so much harder.
Yeah.
Because not everything's at that level. And I think that sometimes, like you're saying, I agree with you about some animes, right? Because everybody's yelling all the time, sometimes you actually lose the more emotional moments because they don't feel like they peak out. You know, if you're doing a little seismograph, if everything's up here, you don't get the sort of ebb and flow, the roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like emotion.
Yeah.
And so, I sometimes feel, I love Dragon Ball, but sometimes watching Dragon Ball, it's like hard to know what people care about because they seem to care a lot about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm really excited for the point where Frieren has to engage more. Mm-hmm. But I will say, Frieren, you gotta get your, I mean, like, I know you don't have alarm clocks yet, but like, gotta get your shit together.
Yeah.
You're a kind of a menace.
Yeah, a little bit. You're a pain in the ass.
Oh, like a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think, like, honestly, in terms of anime dubs, like, Frieren's voice and Al's voice in Full Metal Alchemist are the two, like, my top 2 performances. Both. I like both.
I haven't seen the original, so.
No, I know. They're not dissimilar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Should we go to heaven?
Can you take me higher?
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth?
Most end of the continent. I arrived at the place the people...
I'm not gonna lie. Flambe is a baddie, and I'm about her. With her golden cuffs.
It's so Grecian, like, we got it. I love.
You have a long journey ahead. It took the 4 of us 10 years.
You think in 30 years they would have, like...
A train.
Yeah. To the Demon King's castle, you know.
Hyder's tour guide.
It's one of those buses.
As you go to the left, you can see where Himmel...
They're famous enough.
It's hosted by Jimmy Fallon.
No, it's like the Jungle Cruise ride.
You're not going to take on an apprentice. A journey is better with someone to talk to.
And someone to wake you up.
No matter how much I teach them, they'll surely die.
Mortality.
How much that 1/100th has changed you.
Huh. So she must be getting near the end of her life then.
Really?
Yeah, because if a 1/100th of her life is 10 years, and she's already 1,000 years old.
Is she 1,000 years old?
Yeah, that's... She said, like, Flambe told me this 1,000 years ago.
I've spent 1/2 of my life with you.
What?
Yeah, she's like 16. They've been together for like 8 years.
Oh, of her life. I thought she meant her life expectancy. And I was like, damn, girl.
No, of her life so far.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna die at like 32.
I was like, wow, that sucks.
It said Phantoms of the Dead. We might get there this episode.
If you don't...
If I don't what?
I'll come back as a ghost and haunt you.
That's so fucking dark.
Yeah.
You're saying that if I'm a bad girl, you'll pay me a visit after you're gone?
Aw, that's so sweet.
If you're on your best behavior, then I might be willing to stop by and say hello every now and again.
Look who's asleep now, Fern.
We should be arriving at the village soon.
Probably like 2 in the morning.
Nope.
No.
Not son. The Villa region in the Central Lands.
I thought it was said Wiley.
No, I said Villa in the last episode.
Oh.
This show is a very German naming aesthetic.
I love how she carries her bag. Like, no straps.
The ghosts take on the form of the beholder's dead family member or friend.
Oh, we can just see Himmel here. That was easy.
It's clear the villagers need our help.
You're starting to sound just like Himmel and the others.
Biggest difference between you and me is that I am a good girl.
Felt loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I am a good girl.
Yes, indeed. Can you tell what type it was?
Illusion magic.
Okay.
Like illusions to lure in its prey.
The Einsam.
They talk about all these books and things. They have not carried a cart, nary a trunk this entire series.
No, too heavy.
They have that suitcase. That would carry one Brandon Sanderson novel.
Who wouldn't want a final moment with their dearly departed?
That's the point of this whole journey.
Though to be fair, her begging not to die was a regular occurrence. So I can't say that I felt particularly guilty. Regardless, it certainly isn't fun.
What?
Yeah, what?
What an insane thing to say. And then not
And then
follow up.
cut. That is rude. That's fucking rude.
Flambe was begging me all the time. It was wild.
If you see a specter, don't hesitate to shoot.
Oh, maybe all their books are in like pocket dimensions.
I was sure it would show me my master like the last one I defeated did. Perhaps this means I've changed since I last encountered one.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Impressive. That's just what he'd say.
That seems a little extreme. Wow.
Ooh, cool. Y'all, we don't have to rewrite the ecology of the entire mountain.
And now the mountain pass is safe once more.
Yeah, except for all the animals you just murdered.
I think it was just a really bright light.
If there's anywhere we might find him, it would be Aureole.
I don't know, he was pretty corrupt.
Yeah, he might be to the south. Sam Regal Canyon?
That's a dragon? I've never seen one in real life.
Do you see that grimoire? I've been after that one for a long...
Oh my god. Frieren!
Be careful not to destroy the nest.
Right.
If they one-shot this dragon, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh shit.
They are very resilient creatures. No choice then. Run!
Oh! Oh, great! Oh my god!
Okay.
Playing tag with dragons is not within a mage's job description. We'll have to take on another companion.
Oh!
You'll find a warrior named Stark. Pick him up on your way into the northern...
Oh, we're doing full party. Okay.
Right. Is he any good?
No. Not really.
That's why he's my apprentice.
What sort of spell does that grimoire contain anyway?
One that lets you see through clothes.
You really do gather only the strangest of spells, Mistress Frieren.
Frieren said that in the creepiest way?
Depending on what the user views as clothing, it could reveal hidden weaponry or...
What?
The dragon attacked, nearly destroying the village.
The dragon is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he appeared. The brave Mr. Stark.
He's such an anime character.
It was a sight to behold. Since that day, he has lived alongside us in the village, and that dragon has been too scared to rear its ugly head.
What kind of action surge does this guy have?
Or rage. I don't know. It's a big fucking...
Might be a barbarian.
It's a big axe.
Dragons are serious. They're not the fairy tale creatures you think they are.
I'm 1,000.
I was fighting a shadow dragon.
That's child's play as far as injuries go.
Frieren!
Though before that, we would appreciate your help in defeating the dragon. I want the grimoire in its nest.
So I can see through your clothes.
Yeah. No reason!
You don't fight it without a good reason.
I really want to see through people's clothes.
You don't understand. It's really important.
I need to know what everyone's working with down there, okay?
She's literally looking for a fucking book that's basically the equivalent of AI clothing removal. Like...
For you, it'd be no issue, right?
No, not at all if you can keep the beast busy for 30 seconds.
Loud and clear.
30-second casting time. Okay.
5 turns.
But I was so terrified I couldn't move a muscle. I figured that it scared me out of whim, but...
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's a coward.
This one's no good. We should get going and find someone serious.
Please don't!
This one's no good.
Yeah. Less of a Marilyn, more of a Jackie.
Jesus Christ. Nah, this guy's all Marilyn.
That's what I mean. They need less of a Marilyn.
Yeah. Jackie would kill a dragon.
Yeah. 100%. Somebody classy and not too tacky. And, you know, the red and black, it's...
They're gonna trap the dragon in there.
You know as well as I do, you can't keep the hero act up.
Even 3 years, like, yeah.
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta fight a dragon tomorrow. I would go to sleep.
That puny scar, shut your face. Like, Frieren is no chill.
I'm sure that they do. He struck me as a kind sort of person.
I was distracted by his immense cowardice.
And that's why people don't like you as much.
Never mind, let's think forward.
I love the anime eating sound of...
What was that sound?
Stark, I imagine.
What?
What kind of fucking axe is he wielding?
A wind axe. We're gonna go with, like, wild magic barbarian or some shit.
Okay. What's up, Karlak?
I feel like if you can cut through that, you can cut through the dragon. Probably.
Oh, that was it?
Oh, okay. Damn it. Okay.
Frieren, episode 4 and 5. Watched.
All right.
Frieren's a little creep. She's a little perv.
Yeah, was not expecting. I guess after 1,000 years, you're like...
Just want to know what your one look like.
Yeah. She doesn't seem like she would be a very good flirt. So maybe she's like, man, I need some way to see people naked, which is really weird.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
And I know that she's like, no, there's great uses for the spell, depending on what you consider to be clothes.
Uh-huh.
Actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing I love about this show, though, is that Frieren is a little fucking weirdo, and Fern goes, God, she's a fucking weirdo, and they just move on.
Yeah.
And Fern is like, but why,
It's
though?
been long enough.
And she doesn't answer. She's like, no, I guess we're gonna keep going.
All right. Still a weirdo. What am I supposed to do about it? Nothing. I have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, except right here.
I love that, Tony Stark. Is, coward who's never fought anything, but his weapon is the most badass axe ever. Cleave through solid stone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I don't. It seems like he should be able to at least take out a low-level monster.
Yeah, you like if you're like I gotta work my way up to the courage to fight the dragon, then you find
Slimes,
something in the woods. Yeah,
rats,
a mimic.
Mimics can be dangerous.
Yeah,
they're also really scary. If cowardice is a problem, I wouldn't go with something that is like creepy.
Okay. So start with like a fucking. Yeah, like I don't fucking know. What's a low level? A skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like.
Maybe a gnoll. Little dog guy.
Kind of terrifying in a way.
Yeah.
But.
No, I'm excited. I feel like the show is already sort of setting up a like Fern Stark like romance. Feels like the beginnings of that are there.
No.
For anime? I feel like it. I feel like that's the story they're going with.
No, I would put money against it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Gonna say no.
All right. How much money?
I bet you $100.
Great, I'll take that bet.
There's no romance between them. I think like he like you know there's a chance that he if she saves him he might like have a moment where he fawns over her. But I don't think they're going to have a romantic relationship.
See, I get the vibe that they are just because they're so antagonistic at the beginning. Where she's like, he's a coward. And then when he saves her at some point later, she's going to be like, oh, wait a second. You've changed. You're daring. There's something about the woods.
Sure.
More strange. The show's great. It's so slow that sometimes I'm like, there are a couple of moments in each episode where I'm like, I feel like you could have picked up the next dialogue piece faster.
Yeah.
It does, just in the sound editing, there are some times where it feels like there's too much of a delay between lines.
There's an extra breath.
Yeah. If I had like any criticism of the show, it would be that. It's not even the pacing of the scenes. It's just that sometimes it just lingers and then someone starts talking. Or right in the middle randomly.
Yeah.
There will just be a moment where someone is like, I care about you. What do you want to do now?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, if that dialogue had just come in like a half second earlier, it might have caught the like natural pace of human speech a little bit more.
I think it's meant to feel unnatural, though. I actually think it is intentional. Like there is
sure.
There's a big the what feels like the point of the show right now is pointing at Frieren's extended lifespan and her not interpretation, that's kind of the wrong word, but like how she sees time and how she perceives it. And so I like those conversations, because it's usually not characters that are not Frieren.
Well, but that's why I think that's my issue with it. If it was only Frieren that it was happening to, it would be more of a character thing, but sometimes it feels like a show thing because it also happens at the end of scenes.
I mean, I definitely don't feel it as much if, like, you know, Fern is talking to, like, a villager or something. But if, like, Frieren is, it does feel like the scenes are slightly drawn out.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't detract from my enjoyment of the show as a whole.
Yeah.
But it's just something that I've noticed a couple times when, like, oh, that was an interesting editing choice.
Yeah.
Because it's not a performance choice. I like the speed at which the performances are being done.
Yeah, it's the spaces in between dialogue, for sure.
Yeah.
They're different. It's different.
I love the design of the dragon. I like the angle of the arms being more over instead of under gives it a very menacing posture.
Yeah.
That I think is a really cool and different look from other red dragons. You know, like Delicious in Dungeon had a really cool red dragon design earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or God, last year now. But this, and they're both red dragons. They feel very different physically.
Yeah.
And I like what they've done here. I like the positioning they've given it, and the way that they frame it in shots around characters to make it more menacing.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's really beautiful.
All right, so we're about to have a fighter join the party. What other class do you think we're gonna pick up along the way? Like a ranger?
No, I would see them doing something more like a rogue or a warlock. Someone who isn't as naturally good as they are. They're all very light-sided.
I think Frieren wants to see people naked without their consent.
Yeah, but Frieren also wants to clean your back porch for a page that isn't actually from a spellbook.
Yeah.
Frieren's not a very selfish person.
Yeah.
And so I think I do think she's selfish in a lot of ways, weirdly, but I do think that if I was going to add a fourth, it would be someone who has a darker side to their magic. If I was going full D&D classes, like a warlock, a rogue, a blood hunter, someone to push Frieren's buttons a little bit and just narratively to get them out of their shell a little bit by going against their way of doing magic. In fact, I wouldn't maybe not even do a rogue, because I feel like Frieren would steal something if she needed to magically. More of a warlock or a blood hunter, someone to challenge an Illrigger, if you go by the new MCDM thing they added to D&D Beyond. Something to challenge her and to get her to... One of the things about the show is I understand that Fern is getting better at magic, but because her and Frieren are practicing the same magic, they don't talk about their magic very much. And so someone who were to be there who uses magic differently so that it naturally opens up the conversation between Frieren and that person about the nature of their magic and you know, how it feels to use it and those kind of things would be an interesting storytelling device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
Yeah. Do you have any last thoughts?
No.
All right, we'll be back next week with 6 and 7. Thank you for joining us on this very chill and relaxing adventure. If you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry, and we must feed her this episode that algorithm goddess is...
The sunrise. I don't know.
There's so many women that it could have been this episode, like Flambe. If you want to follow us around the internet, you can.
Sure.
I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.